Hi all, I'm Mr. Mendoza, a second grade teacher at Web Du Bois Charter Academy. Today we're going to be looking at our last section of forces at work, sound. Have you ever thought about sound as being a force? Maybe you should. Hopefully you understand by the time that we've finished reading the section, why is sound considered a force. Lesson 4, sound. Look and wonder, how are these people making sound? All these people, how are they? You can do a little activity at home by using string, a paper clip, and a paper cup or a plastic cup, whatever you decide to use. Work with two partners. Tie a string to a paper clip. Make a hole in the cup. Pull the string through the hole at the bottom of the cup, of course. Hold the cup and string with one partner. The third partner snaps the string. What happened to the string? How do you make sound? You can actually try this with bigger cups or bigger containers. You can try it with aluminum containers. You can try it with plastic containers. You can try it with buckets. You can go with this and try a whole lot if your parents allow you to. But first, you have to ask your parents. What is sound? Sound, S-O-U-N-D, vibrates, V-I-B-R-A-T-E-S, volume, V-O-L-U-M-E, and pitch. These all deal with sound. Sound is a kind of energy you hear. Sound is made when something vibrates or moves back and forth. When you snap a string, it vibrates. The air around it vibrates too. The vibrating air goes to your ear. A part of your ear called the eardrum vibrates, and then you hear the sound. Guitar. When a person plucks a guitar string, it vibrates. The vibrating air travels to the ear, through air, of course. When your eardrum vibrates, you hear the sound. Which part of your ear vibrates? Which part? Which tells you when you hear the sound. Which part of your ear vibrates? When you speak. Air moves from your lungs to your throat. The air moves over your vocal cords and causes the vocal cords to vibrate. Touch your throat as you speak. What do you feel? Go ahead, try that one. Just touch your throat gently, gently, touch your throat and say, ah. And notice how your throat vibrates. All those are sound waves. How is sound made when you speak? How? The answer is up here. When you speak, your vocal cords vibrate. When you blow air through a flute, it vibrates and makes a sound. When you blow the air through that flute, it vibrates. What makes sound loud or soft? When a sound is loud, the vibrations are big. When a sound is loud, the vibrations are big. When a sound is soft, the vibrations are small. When you yell, you make big vibrations in your throat. When you whisper, you make smaller vibrations. Volume describes the loudness of a sound. Cats meow, small vibrations. A lion's roar, vibrations. A lion's roar can be so loud that you can hear it up to 6 miles away. 6 miles! That's a long distance. Think about a lion's roar. When you are near the lion, the roar sounds loud. When you are far away, the roar sounds soft. The farther away you are from a sound, the softer it sounds to you. Most animals can hear soft sounds that people cannot hear. These animals use their hearing to hunt and communicate with each other. What happens when you move far away from a sound? What happens? What is pitch? Sounds can be high, low, or in between. Pitch describes how high or how low a sound is. When a sound is low, the vibrations are slow. Some sounds with low pitch are a cow's moo and a man's voice. When you hit a small bar, the pitch is high. When you hit a big bar, the pitch is low. High pitch, small bar. Low pitch, longer bar. When a sound has a high pitch, the vibrations are fast. Some sounds with high pitch are a cat's meow and a child's voice. The faster the vibrations, the higher the pitch. A whistle makes faster vibrations than a bullfrog's croak. What kind of vibrations do you think a bird chirp makes? Why? Do they make fast vibrations? If it's a high pitch, or is it a fast vibration? Think, fast or a slow vibration? Which dog's bark has a higher pitch? Which dog has a higher pitch? This tiny little dog that says, "Arf, arf, arf," or this huge monstrous dog, "Roof, roof, roof." Which one has a higher pitch? What will happen when a guitar string stops vibrating? If when it vibrates, it makes sound. When it stops, what happens? What is pitch? Think about what is pitch and write about a sound you heard today. Describe its pitch and volume. Here's a music link. Music link. Which instrument has a low pitch? Which instrument has a high pitch? What do they look like? You can also go online and look for sounds that have a high pitch, things that have a low pitch, things that have high volume, things that have low volume. Go for it. Give it a good old college try. Sound off. Think about the sounds you hear every day. Some sounds are loud and others are soft. Some sounds are high and others are low. A bird, a lawnmower, telephone, a coach's whistle. Describe the pitch and volume of a sound you hear every day. How do we use sounds? Why are sounds important? When you describe something, you give details. That is the most important thing, most important part about writing are the details. Not the main idea, but the key details is what the most important part of it is. And that's how you tell people about something. Drum fun. Miss Lee sells 4 different drums in her store. The first drum is 10 centimeters wide. The second drum is 20 centimeters wide. The third drum is 30 centimeters wide. What's the next one? If the first one is 10, you added 10 to it, now it's 20. You add 10 to 20, that's 30. 30 plus what? 30 plus 10 equals, what is the width of the last drum? How wide is that last drum? How wide is the fourth drum? Miss Lee knows that the smallest drum has the highest pitch. Which drum has the lowest pitch? Think about it. Remember, the wider the drum, the lower the pitch. You can use a pattern to help you solve problems. Weight in space. A little bit on review. Gravity pulls things toward the center of Earth with a force. The amount of this force is called weight. How much do you weigh? Many students your age weigh about 60 pounds. How much does an elephant weigh? A male elephant can weigh 16,500 pounds. That is as much as 275 second graders. All planets and moons have a force of gravity. Some planets and moons have more gravity than Earth. Other objects in space have less. The planet with the strongest force of gravity is Jupiter. I wonder how big is Jupiter in comparison to Earth. One child on Earth weighs 60 pounds. But this person on a smaller planet only weighs 10 pounds. Our moon, that's the moon that she's standing on. Our moon has less gravity than Earth has. The moon is smaller than Earth. There is less force that pulls things down. On the moon, you would weigh less. You would weigh as much as a cat on Earth. You would only weigh about 10 pounds because it's smaller and has a smaller gravity force. A smaller force of gravity. Since there is less gravity on the moon, people can jump higher there. Astronauts bounce high when they walked on the moon. If you threw a ball on the moon, it would fly very far. In a baseball game, you would hit a home run every time. What could you do if there was less gravity pulling you down? Imagine the giant leaps that you can take, maybe even fly. Who knows? What would you do with less gravity? But look at these two planets. This is the planet Earth, again, 60 pounds, but this is the planet Jupiter, 150 pounds. Why? More gravity. Some planets are much bigger than Earth. Objects weigh more on these bigger planets. There's more force that pulls things down. On Jupiter, you would weigh about twice as much as you weigh on Earth. Your arms would weigh twice as much. How would it feel to throw a baseball? Imagine, wouldn't it be a little heavy to throw a baseball? In Jupiter, at least? Some things might be easier to do on Jupiter. Imagine how fast you could skate down a hill. There'd be more gravity pulling you down. What else could be good about the gravity on Jupiter? Those are some things that you can look at. I hope that you enjoyed this video segment. This is the last portion. Look for the actual review for all of forces at work in the next video segment. Thank you.